Mm.
You were still explaining something about SDG 2030. Ask what?
Yeah, I was saying that. I was saying that since we are working within a certain a certain range, it's good that you specify which one. So to write SDG 2030. Mm. But in the future, you will have to write the whole word, because sometimes it's also what kind of much as we not much as we know what SDG stands for, not everybody is going to read cares. Some people, it shocks me also, me here sometimes when I'm talking, I am talking like I'm coming from Mars. People haven't, people, not everybody is on what is updated, but it is okay the way it is right now, because here we are limited. Nobody wants to read work over one page, according to the instructions.
The next highlight is about the symposium, Cairo conference.
Yes, yeah, that is also what I'm saying. When you talk of only 1974, you don't know how many meetings they had. So you have to specify which one we are talking about. We're talking about Cairo conference. Huh?
Yeah.
And it is not just Cairo. You put on UNESCO Cairo conference. Okay?
Yeah, okay, I'm understand. I'm getting it. Then the next one is
Then also that huh?
the introductory part of it, the body.
Yeah, the body. But okay, I just tried to write it another way. But all the same, you still have the right to find what words or wording is fitting. That was just a suggestion.
But it's fine because I went through this and it's fine. Born in Uganda,
Yeah,
which was a customary law. So
yeah.
did it. It's customary law.
Because customary is larger than rituals.
Yeah.
Rituals is just part of the customary laws. We have got so many others which work, but which work for us, but they are not necessarily rituals. Okay.
Okay. So
So I think.
according to app, I
Mm,
try to we try to arrange the theme. Then we made Africa Rituals to be the sub theme because when I was reading through the Africa Mobilities that whole PDF, I came to
mm,
see about the themes they had put across, and the one that you had chosen was circulation and exchange of knowledge.
mm,
Had to, because last time we had interchange bit, so I had to
mm,
make them and then I had to make the sub them of
mm,
Africa features, which I
mm,
think were you approved of. Then the
mm.
subject, which is Africa marriage tests and tests, which is okay. I think
Which is a ritual, because there are other rituals, but for you, you've chosen this one, marriage, because the married rituals,
yeah,
are very popular these days. Eh?
yeah.
Yeah, are very popular and easy to do, because it is about whatever. There are so many others we do, but at least that one is very what everywhere. And you see what African traditional marriages are trying to take over the church ones, because you see all these traditions are taken into church, which
Yeah.
means we are going back into
So
our roots.
yeah, yesterday I came to find one of my friend who is a girl. And then I was
Mm.
just asked her. I never told her anything. I just asked her between the two functions, between a traditional marriage and a church wedding, which one would you prefer first? And
Mm.
surprisingly, she told me I would take the traditional marriage, and I was like, why? Because it's like my family which would come first. Because that would give, let me say, a honor to my family and
Mm.
something of the sort. So I was surprised. So I think people take it up.
As we are gaining knowledge, before we have been always there's no knowledge higher than experience. So we always talk about what we are experiencing, because we want to sound the correct historic, we want to please the hearer. So we have always been limiting ourselves to please the colonial education. But now in the 21st century, as we are gaining more knowledge of ourselves, we are trying to detach ourselves from the white man. We try more to be proud of who we are than hiding, because previously we were so ashamed of who we are, of our traditions. That's why people are clinging to religion, to sound smart, to sound educated. But down our hearts, we know what we want.
Exactly. So to my own finding, when I came to interact with this girl, she's a colleague who used to study with her. My own finding, I came to realize that people would prefer the customary marriage, that is the traditional introduction, and then the wedding comes in as maybe a complementary something, maybe the education that we've been going through, and it's the Western education. So
Yeah, which
someone
is
finds
necessary, which is unnecessary. Remember what you have written in your guideline number 1: no
yeah,
poverty,
and
no
then
poverty.
then
So we end up using a lot of resources in one, or just for one celebration, one day, the day after you are poor. You waste all the money. You even go into debts, to
yeah,
do both tradition and white wedding, and
yeah.
you waste money. Yet you would have done something very ceremonial, very simple, and you keep the money knowing that you need more money in everyday life than only just one party where you even throw food. Yeah? So for you, when you are comparing, if you think you are going just to be asking younger people, you are going to be lost. But you should think of this is exchanging ideas. That is again another thing that you had made a mistake. You are going to exchange ideas, because as a younger person, there is
Yeah,
nothing you are going to teach your elders. Eh? But you can exchange ideas because you have learned something new.
yeah,
Eh? So you go to consult them, then you try to exchange with them something, and then you will hear from their answers if uh, what you are bringing in, he's aware of, it makes sense to him.
okay.
Mm. Because just talking to younger people, they are so confused. They don't know everything. They just they cannot see beyond
Yeah,
colonial education.
no worry, baby. Let me cut you.
Yeah.
For the sake of interacting with this friend, it was just for the sake of getting to understand what the view of the young people have now towards the ancient African traditional customs. So I wanted to come to one understanding whereby what would she think and what would she consider first between the church marriage and then the traditional marriage. And I came to realize that
I know, but that is not what I was answering to. I was answering to the comment there where you had said we are going to inform your local community.
oh, okay.
But you are going to exchange information and ideas, because now you have got something that has been out of school, which is our traditions.
That is chemistry.
Mm. So for you, I've learned something from Ren Kemet, which we don't learn in school.
Okay.
Mm.
So
So we're going to talk about continuity, weave, and embroider.
okay. And through this interaction, we have to compare the three local cultures, and then we see how related they are in terms of the tradition, culture, and customs.
Yeah, because always we hear the word Africa, and sometimes we want to deny. We are different countries, we are different developments, but culturally we are the same.
Okay. But
Mm.
to my own understanding, to some point, I come to realize. Last time you were talking in the session, you were talking about the boundaries which are not supposed to be visually existent. For example, when you say Ugwere and Bugishu have a boundary in the ancient days that never used to exist, and maybe in the evolution of language and the cultures that has been ongoing since time immemorial. So it also tries to fit my understanding when I come to realize that we have so much in common and we are so full of boundaries in Africa. So it is also another concern that comes across. So in comparison, I would,
But I think now on that point,
yes,
huh, you
yes,
have to rely very much on Mboli's diagram. Huh?
okay, yeah,
Mboli does not use words like the boundaries. He just says in this language they say like this, in that language and they said like that. But when you come to see what they both mean, they mean a common thing. And then you want to see what is there in between that has been changed, maybe taken away a little or added to.
Okay. So
I don't see if you see the point.
Yeah, despite the geographical location.
No, forget the geographical locations. Just to say, in this, the Bagisu, in introduction, during when they are giving away the girl, the men, of course, that is now going to be in your research. Just now, this is an introduction.
Yeah.
You see what they do, because some people it is the girl to bring the boy and introduce her to her father, and then the father gives them permission to marry. Others it is the boy to bring the girl to the father, or they do it one after the other. So those are the things you are going to compare. So forget about boundaries. When you are comparing, check out the whole thing they call colonialism. Those boundaries were put there by colonialisms. For us, we used to walk anyhow. So always look at the diagram of who? Of Mboli. Eh? Okay. Just to see how people call the same. You say when you are, what do you call marriage? Or what do you call dowry? Or then those are the things. Anyway, those will be things for later. But here, let's just concentrate on what on the literature we are posting out. Okay.
Okay.
So you had that question on continuity weave and the embroider.
The embroider, yeah. I needed someone because I was not understanding something here. Because in this statement it says African language, culture, and history continuity, weave and embroider from Africa antique to modern Africa. As in like then Africa in time memorial to Africa now. It keeps to be enclosed.
Sorry?
Does it feel like it keeps to be enclosed since Africa then and Africa now, the current time?
Where is read it again?
It's like African language, culture, and history continuity. Embroider, weave and embroider from Africa antique, modern Africa. Yeah, so that is the statement which is trying to. When I see weave and embroider, I was not trying to understand something there.
Yeah, because to weave, to weave and embroider. There are things, of course, the way we are behaving in modern Africa. We are doing things like you have already stated, put the statement. Why don't we study these things in school? So we much as we can we are interested in marriage quizzes and tests. Hello? To weave and embroider, means that it's the same thing as we are saying, passing down. These things have been passing down to us orally. We have not been writing them down. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, so we just find ourselves that we are going. So you have grown up now, marry. You have grown up. When are you going to marry? So we are doing these things, which means not because I want my daughter to marry, but because I know that when I grew up, my parents told me to marry. Or when I was growing up, I knew one job I have to do to grow up to do is to get married. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, is to get married, or for you as a man to marry. But you have never stopped momentarily to ask you, but why should I marry? What to do? But you just do something because you know that is the tradition. Hmm?
I'm getting it.
So to weave and embroider is the same as to say things as they have been passing down to us. When I get up in the morning, I know every time I am a child. Whenever I come home, I am a child. Whenever I come back to my parents, I'm a child. When I'm in my home, people stand up to me as a man. Eh? So those natural responsibilities and obligations, they just weave in us, just like the DNA. You see how the DNA is. It is a spiral. It has no stop. It has no end. It has no beginning. You just find a spiral going, just going. Huh? You know it was passed down to you, and you are also going to pass it to somebody down to in line. It is that kind of thing.
Okay. So now, upon all this, what are we supposed to change and correct and clarify? Because I see now our words, and even the time is almost running out of us.
Sorry?
What
Yeah,
we need to correct, and you know, as time is now not.
I counted the words and they were 316. So it is up to you. It's up to you. Make up your mind, because the main points is that your guidelines are clear, and at least within the 300 words already your idea is out clear. So you just make up now. You decide yourselves what you want to cut out and what you want to save. Okay, those were just suggestions.
Because yesterday the copy we had sent you, we had narrowed it down to 310 words, as you had said earlier on.
Yeah.
But again, now as I have read through this whole copy, when I received it today, I see each and every word is vital. I would not think of maybe removing one, because each word makes sense to the other, unless if I am making one sentence to mean maybe 3 or 4 words. Maybe
No, we can leave it, because when I counted them, there were 316.
Okay. So
and I don't think that is bad enough. I mean, that is too bad.
Okay.
Did you count them?
Yeah, you know, when you're in this word, the Microsoft Word can show you the number of words.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Did you count?
Yeah.
Okay. How many did you get? Because I got 316.
Okay. It was, let me check. Trying to access this. Yeah, it is. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, it is exactly 316 words.
Yeah. So I think, but that this is before your friends have read. So when you read through, you have also to think logically. What does it mean? Do you understand or not? Maybe then there you'll find that there's a kind of repetition somewhere. Then you decide.
Okay. So I think.
But
I think I am going to get together with these people on the night, because you know our locations are so separate. Ivan was a little bit sick, even yesterday when he came around. But I hope we will get together. I think he was also trying to work out on some things that I think he got caught somewhere. But I am going to meet them. And we are going to work on this. So I think we are trying to work on the final copy that we have to submit.
Yeah, so I don't expect you to send any more copies. I think this is the final one. Now you are in a good position. You can just send when you are ready.
Okay, so that means
because it's also not good to keep throwing your your things on media. Things always go astray. So, and you don't want to have your, and then don't forget, before you said, to make it a PDF.
Maybe, oh yeah, by the way, I even thought about it. I even told
Yeah,
my colleagues like someone can change any word.
yeah.
Not a
So
big
before you send it as an attachment, but turn it into PDF.
okay. Okay, fine.
Mm,
It's okay.
mm. Not that one down. Not that one down.
Okay, yeah.
And you see on the bottom of the page, I discovered something on over the weekend, and I've sent to you.
The last this link, the link.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in the green one.
I managed today to go to this link, which is down,
Uh,
and I read
uh.
through a lot of different things.
Yeah, and that one is going to give you now liberty. You tell your friend, it's going to give you liberty. Now there you can choose either to work as a group or individually, because there is a lot to choose from.
Okay, but basing on what I see currently,
Uh,
it would be
uh.
better if we work as a team instead of
Yeah, but like I'm saying, always be flexible. Humans, we always tell ourselves we are friends, but when it comes to resources, we become different. We become animals. Yeah?
yeah.
So I was so happy to get it, because I said this is going to give them the freedom to see if they want to work together, or somebody wants to work alone. But they are real friends. They are people who stick together under thick and thin. But like I'm saying, let this let this first one be the only joint one, but the next one, yeah,
Yeah.
you have tell your friends. Let's tell us. You said not you saying, because they will think that you have something under. You tell them it is me who came with the suggestion. Yeah? That since we have got a joint project,
Yeah.
on the other ones we can read and decide ourselves, because another one might want you to work. They were about four programs, so another one might want to work in another program, another one might prefer this one, don't you see?
Yeah.
So there you can have the liberty to choose if you want to work together or not. That is not that one also. Then another third point. Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, the third point is that eh,
Yeah.
the your studies, your NCMET studies, give you the platform you need to work on this project without looking for a supervisor, but at the same time also make an effort and look and enroll yourselves in a university with the language,
Okay.
because you'll need the philosophy of language, and also the I don't know, the discipline of languages. Huh?
And we talked about Uganda Christian University, which is I think.
Yeah, you go around those universities. Maybe also Mbale has got they have in one of the universities in Mbale, they have got a faculty of language. Because you have to work. You have to work. You cannot, now you are grown up men. You cannot again go back to school like a 17-year-olds. Now everything you do is just like a kind of a plan B. But now you're supposed to be working people, looking forward to establish your homes. That is your obligation number one. Studies is just part time, to make your position as men and women responsible, because now you can no longer ask anybody to help you with the money. You have to. That's how I do. I pick bottles, my friend, to sponsor these ones, because first of all, now my children are updated. You cannot fool them around and so give me money. So no, that is up to you, my friend. You are grown up. In fact, they even tell me you can die. You are an old woman. Huh? True. Huh? I don't ask these children for anything. We get around once in a while, sit and eat, period. But to ask somebody, I'm sick, that is your problem. If you're sick, you either die or you live. But you choose yourself. Huh? So the thing of saying, let me do this and I will ask somebody for money, forget it. You have now got enough resources. If you are to succeed, those resources are enough to make you succeed. If you are to fail, whether they give you gold, you will still fail. Yeah. So look for a university to enroll for language linguistics. Besides the Reni Kemet, because Reni Kemet is online and is still you make your Reni Kemet will be better if you have a university where you are going to where you go to for consultations. Yep.
Okay,
Good luck, and don't forget to take off the green attachment because you might forget and leave it on the.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to remove them. Even the highlight is supposed to be removed.
Exactly.
Okay. So in case we sit and we finalize everything, I will have to send it to NAI 2018. That is the one they indicate. I will have to send it there.
Yeah, when you are finished. Because the deadline is next week. So you can, but at least avoid sending on a weekend. Wait, send on a work day.
I'm hoping we can even send it tomorrow because this what, as you said, it's okay. 316 we can send. But
yeah, but wait, give your friends 2-3 days.
Okay.
It's not always good to because you have been here on the meeting and they were not able. You tell them that they may read through. If somebody has a question, maybe wants to ask Bibi, then in 2-3 days we send. At least that is logical.
Okay. It's fine. It's okay. Okay. And have a good afternoon.
Good luck, my friends.
Thank you.